I think I think a lot of people in the special operations community struggle that way because they are living in a culture that encourages you, we'll say, to pretend like you're doing okay all of the time. Accomplishing the mission is the only thing that matters. It's really interesting. It's been interesting to watch over the years. I come from a traditional Marine infantry background where you have, 18, 19-year-old service members who are doing their thing, but they're very young. It's just a different environment, and there are problems there as well. But when you get into the special operations community, most of the folks there are older, a little more mature, so they go into that for one reason, that's accomplishing the mission, not to grow up. But then you start dealing with things you don't have an opportunity to process. Do you see that as getting better, as not getting better in that community? What are some things that are being done now that maybe should have been done, 25 years ago?
I think everything's getting better, but it's always playing catch up.
Right?
Yeah. And plus you have those that you have to go against, the old school guard, rub some dirt on it, and what are emotions?
Right.
You'll get issued emotions if you need them, So, you're going against that. So the way we try to tackle that is to speak to the old school people. Like I was an old school guy, so trying to talk to people the way that I was reached was the effectiveness of it. What gets me? Finances, right? Finances get me. So we talk to leadership, like how much does it cost to train, say, a special forces guy? What's it cost to get him to the level that you trust him? He's on a team, and he works with your guys. Here's the price for this. Now, what's it cost to get therapy for somebody for, say, 30 days? Let's say
Right.
30 to 60 days.
Right.
That's a minuscule number to get somebody therapy. Yet we'll throw away guys who ask for help and bring in another person. I go, so if you don't like it for the humanity aspects of it, do it because it's financially irresponsible.
Yeah, that's right.
To get rid of someone you've trained up to bring in someone else you don't even know.
Yeah.
When a guy could break a leg and you'll give him light duty at a desk for 2 months till he's healed because you can see it.
Yeah.
Right? But someone says, I need help with drinking, or I need help with my family or my mental strength. People are like, whoa, that means you're crazy, right? And it's like, just
or
pause
broken,
or broken
or
and
hurt.
pause to get better at shooting. You run to get better at running. You lift to get stronger. Everything you do more of over and over again to develop habit and muscle memory and be better at it. Same thing with mental strength and mental wellness. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means it's something that needs attention. Pay attention to it and get to work on it.
What was the catalyst for you starting to figure some of that out? Obviously, you didn't have it figured out for a long time. So how did you start making forward progress in your own life personally?
Yeah, when I hit rock bottom, Jen was there to tell me, get out of rock bottom. You almost killed yourself. Let's go get some help. Let's work on this. And I'm like, sure. Yeah, you're right. We were living separately though, and dating up until our wedding night when I'm like, yeah, I'm getting help. I'm getting help. I'll do all the things you say like most people do until finally it's the last ultimatum. And that's what happened. Our wedding night was a catalyst for me. That's why I say we ended in divorce and started off after that getting stronger, because our wedding night was just a typical night out for me again. It was just drinking with the guys, forgot what I was doing, don't even know what I was doing, got in a fight with my wife on our wedding night, wake up the next morning and she's not happy, and I'm like, okay, what happened? So that was that moment of, all right, come Monday, we're either going to get an annulment, chalk this up as a bad decision, or you're going to get some help. And she didn't even know what she was going to do, and I was terrified, and I made that, at that moment I said, I got to do something. This is not going down a good path on everything that I'm doing, not just this. It was everything that I was hiding. So that night, when that came crashing down, and that weekend after that, and the realization and the love she showed me and stayed with me versus see you later, I'm not going to deal with this, the compassion that she showed me, which, by the way, I had zero empathy and compassion at the time for any human on the earth, including myself. So the fact that she gave that to me, it all came together. Well, it wasn't that hard to help me and stop me from killing myself. Wow, I just basically tried to ruin our marriage on our wedding night, and you're still here and you're compassionate. This is a whole new path for me. So that's when I started. And it was still a long, bumpy road, but and I'm still on that long, bumpy road, but I won't get off of it, right? I'm going to stay on it and keep doing what I got to do.
Yeah, that's good. I was having this conversation with someone last night. When I'm talking about trauma with folks, sometimes I'll say you need to start with deciding you're not going to be a victim anymore. And it sounds really cold and like, well, how can I get past that? I'm not asking you to get past it, but at some point you have to decide, I'm not going to be victimized by that anymore. I'm going to take back control of my life, and whatever that means. I don't know what that means, but whatever that means, I'm going to start moving forward. And I think that is a critical step when the moment, whatever that is, that creates that, the moment you say, this is not okay anymore, and I'm going to start doing something about it.
Yeah, it's taking responsibility. It's looking inward and having that self-awareness that, being a veteran is not an excuse for poor behavior.
That's right.
Post-traumatic
Absolutely.
stress is not an excuse for poor behavior.
Absolutely.
None of those are reasons to lose your family or drink yourself to death or lose your job. All we ask is that people just take a pause and quit that frontal assault that they always, how are you? I'm fine. That's a straight up lie, mostly from everybody, right? But that's a programmed response that we have. So, wake up to how you ask questions of people. Hey, from green to red, and you got green, orange, and green, yellow, orange, and red. Where are you at today? I'm in the orange. Okay, how can I get you to green? Actually, the dialogue of talking versus that, how you doing? Fine. That's just a programmed response that we expect and people just automatically give. So actually having conversation and talking to people and realizing that your life could change and that way you don't live in that rearview mirror.
Yeah.
All the stuff I did, look what I did. Look at all this stuff I did.
Yeah.
You'll never do that again. Do something else now. Make something else great.
Why do you think it's so hard for people in the military to apply the principles of training and leadership they know in the military to their lives? It's fascinating to me to watch, proven combat leaders, people that have been doing the thing for a long time, absolutely fall on their face outside of the military when, if they would apply the same principles that made them successful over here, they'd be successful over here. Why do you think it's so difficult to make that connection?
Awareness. The second we say exactly what you said to us, hey, you've been taught all this. I don't know how many times I tell everybody, I don't know what I'm doing. And I go, oh, really? What's PACE mean to you, right? Primary, alternate, contingency, emergency. Those are all plans. And when those fail, you have SOPs that you've worked on for a long, long time that you'll fall back on. So you don't leave the position you're standing in most things that you do in the military until you have a plan on where am I going? How am I going to get there? What are obstacles in the way? How am I going to counter those obstacles? And oh, by the way, what if something pops up that I don't understand? Well, we'll always fall back on this. Right, the SOPs, they have all that training. So we change the verbiage, we change what we say. Hey, we don't, who needs help? Who needs treatment? No, who needs retraining? Who wants to go get some more training on a different topic? Which one of you leaders wants to lead the way with your sharing of what bothers you, so others will jump up. Reach in there and teaching these guys that you have everything that you need. It's just name something different.
Yeah.
You just need to focus it towards something else and use the same principles.
That's good.
But the awareness of the fact that they have that, but that's only for the Army,
Right.
Just like PTSD is only for the service members.
Right.
Civilians don't get that stuff.
Yeah, right.